In this case, Ms Padbury, for the same comments that I had with Mr Apt, you've been here at this time. A concern that I have, despite all the board members' very strong experience, is your very strong legal background. In our case, we've found that the Commonwealth Bank has come back to us with legal reasons nearly all the time to push back on any resolution of our case. Issues regarding morals, ethics, doing the right thing, again is littered through the report. I have seen some good things that you've done. I'm not here to disendorse you, neither am I here to endorse you. I would like you to meet with me after the meeting, and I would like to discuss changing the words into the real actions, and perhaps I can share some of the experiences and the failures that we've had inside CBA. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr Caulfield. I think I'm very aware of the circumstances of your case. Perhaps I'll ask Mr Common to make a comment.
Thank you, Chair, and it's nice to see you again, Mr Caulfield. If I may, I might talk to a couple of the questions that you've raised so far today. Firstly, I think we last discussed the model litigant principles in March when I saw you in Canberra. I did see your email about a month or so ago, so I'm surprised if we haven't shared those model litigant principles with you. I have absolutely no difficulty sharing them with you today. They're based on the Commonwealth model litigant principles. Secondly, as it relates to your case, and I hope you agree, I don't think it would be appropriate to go into it in detail in this forum. But I would say that you and I have had a number of meetings. I think they were very constructive. From the bank's perspective, the compensation that was provided, we feel closes the matter. I accept that you disagree with that, but we've sought nothing in return. But in terms of your individual case, as I said, that is closed from our perspective. I, and I'm sure other directors, would be happy to meet with you today. I understand I'll see you next month in Brisbane in the Customer Forum, and I suspect perhaps the week after that in Canberra at the House of Representatives. So there are ample opportunities, I think, for us to continue to engage, and I'd be very happy to do so because you have been very constructive in all of the meetings that I've had with you. I hope that's helpful in the context of the overall meeting.
Yeah, thank you, Mr Common. It's been a pleasure meeting you on the two occasions that I've met you. As I said in the beginning, I know that you're all doing this with goodwill. I'm not going to delve into the individual aspects of my case, but it's 10 years and it's still unresolved today. And it is not acceptable for you to say, as far as we're concerned, we're finished. You, the Commonwealth Bank, Ms Livingston, Mr Common, you have failed me in so many areas. It's quite unreasonable for the customer advocate to push back so many times, sending me legal documents to sign when I've said, I will not sign these documents, this is not a fair outcome. Keep in mind that you're saying you're closing my case, and you have always refused to visit my farm. You've refused me to have mediation. You've refused farm debt mediation. You refused my offer to pay the loan out. And now you're saying we unilaterally close your case. Now, if nothing else, you would have to agree that that is less than what community expectations would be.
Mr Caulfield, I think Mr Common has undertaken to meet you after the meeting, and as we've said, the meeting is not the appropriate place to discuss individual customer issues, and as you yourself have said, you've had many meetings over the time, so there's an offer to have a subsequent meeting, and I think that probably is the best way of addressing your ongoing concerns.
I think it's important. I responded to what Mr Common said in terms of making the resolution to me. I wasn't going to raising those matters. I responded to them.
Thank you, Mr Caulfield. I think if you take it up with Mr Common after the meeting.